Back at it. Speaking of back at it, look who is back. He's back. And whatever you do, don't call it a comeback. He walks in repping Cali hard with California Love from Tupac. You can rep him with hashtag JoeInOC. This guy has probably fought in 10 of these things. And he's left a lot of bodies behind. He's been the Smack Off's best rapper. He's a SoCal gangsta, a tough and vicious caller. Everybody up for Joe in the OC. Welcome back, Joe. Good to have you.
Now let me welcome everyone to the Wild Wild West. Hello, Jim. My sympathy for what you've had to endure, especially that last call. Who was that kid? Do I know this kid? I don't know this kid. So, Brad, anytime there's a $5,000 prize and you go first with a call that starts with you explaining that having kids prevented you from working on your call, well, hello, sixth place. Herschel Walker thinks you're inconsistent, and so does the other Herschel. So, Jim, last year I missed the Smack Off. I thought I'd retired, but while I was listening, I was struck with how Pablo Escobar died, Colombia fell into complete lawlessness, only the head thug could keep the lesser thugs in line, and that's what's happening in SoCal. Dons like myself, Aya Frady, the Detolas, and Terrence, all retired. All of us bosses who would strike fear into any weakling who dared cross the thin line of blasphemy. And without us, weeds like the Midwest Mafia sprouted. You would think we could turn things over to the next generation who protect our dominance. You know, guys like Mark and Brad, but they can't maintain order. Forget the big boy pants. They're rocking those sheer Lululemon yoga pants. You see, Mark's not exactly the biggest, most intimidating guy. I've seen his acting work. What you talking about, Willis? He's a gimmick guy. His Smack-Off title was as meaningful as A-Rod's 3,000th hit, or Rashard McCants making the Dean's List at Carolina. Oh, and nice job punishing Roy Williams. Biggest scandal in history, and you crush him with a 2-year extension? Yeah, you sure showed him by not including that zero-interest home loan. Positively Goodelian moral judgment. And then there's Brandon Corona. Ever since he received that terrible thrashing from Doc Mike and chose to turtle, nobody is afraid to set up on his corner. He's so easy, he was in a Girls Gone Wild video slamming Jaeger shots with his sorority sisters. So with this leadership gone, Jim, the, quote, Midwest Mafia has started a West Coast Tupac Biggie thing. And now we got a situation. An example's got to be set. And I've come out of retirement to do it. Because as my peer, Michael Franzese said, you're gonna pay. I'm the last possible SoCal who can set straight these fat Hidden Valley Ranch swilling, funnel cake eating, Pabst Blue Ribbon drinking, Copenhagen chewing, Kelly Clarkson listening, cow milking, ugly hicks who got left behind when everybody over a 5 took off to either coast. So listen up, jail. Mike used you to get over. He was a perennial number 2. Pun intended. He was Dustin Johnson, Greg Norman, and the Buffalo Bills rolled into a fuzzy ball of excuses. He could have lived on a carburetor, he was such a joke. And then he gravy trains you, a made man, and gets over? He used you the way the New York prisoners used Joyce Mitchell. He got you in the tailor shop and made you feel all special. But he's not going to whack his wife so he can be with you. He's never take you on a picnic with Jim and Marty. Like Fox Sports, the UFC, your business partners, and the Oregon Board of Realtors, he's done with you. And by the way, jail, how did you fail so many drug tests? Drug tests in professional sports are IQ tests. Somehow I think if UFCers had to take the Wonderlic exam, you'd be sitting in a corner with Vince Young, Sebastian Janikowski, and a box of crayons. You can look forward to one day living in the same trailer park as Tanya Harding and Hope Solo. So jail and Mike, I never wanted to do this again. but you restarted the whole West Coast, Best Coast rivalry. And I'm paying homage to the SoCal OGs and taking this beating old school. Ahem. 14 years up in the smack-off, Mike and Chael, a couple of jack-offs. West Coast runs the show. Midwest is for the slow. Rep SoCal for real, though. Chael's a bitch and Mike's a hoe. On the phone, I drop my flow. Smack-offs, you already know. Who's the man? OC Joe. $5,000, here we go. Smoking fools to make my dough. Midwest didn't know, now they know. Freddie, come on back. Mike and Terrence ran great smack. Dropping them things, tipping them things, staying the same, changing the game. Now, Mike and the rest of you, get back underneath and utter. My kids want whole milk on their Cheerios. Out.
Joe and the OC coming out of retirement to try to restore some order to this jungle. And now I ask the question, where are you going to slot that? Joe in the OC. Joe, thanks for doing it. Glad you came out of retirement, and I see you working.